Hey guys, we're live. And just to show you, my thing is a lot closer today because I had to take my boxes of canvases that I had stored out from each side to use because I had some people purchase some canvases, and I don't hang many on the wall because I like to keep them wrapped up so they don't get damaged. So it is a lot closer. So you may not see the whole thing, but this is a plastic. It's actually slick on both sides. I got this from Michael's. I cut it so it's not bigger than I need. It came in my 16 by 20 canvas over there, and it was like a piece that was inside it, between the ones that weren't wrapped. So I'm going to use it to pour on for the butterfly piece that I'm doing. I'm trying to get the light to work, but it's just not really working. No matter how I do it, it's not really lighting up the area that I need it to light up. That's semi lit up. But anyway, so I'm working on a memorial piece for a child who passed away. And I don't want to get it wrong, but I believe she was in the 7th grade. And so we're doing a butterfly, and I tried doing butterfly pours straight on the, I'm trying to see what you guys can see. I tried doing butterfly pours straight on the canvas and then swiping to get the butterfly, and it just wasn't turning out. So what I decided I'm going to do is pour a skin. Then I'm going to find the stencil or a printout of the exact butterfly I want, and then trace that on top of the skin and cut it out of the skin, and then embellish it on a canvas. I don't know if I'm going to embellish the butterfly on a solid color canvas, or if they want me to do a lighter color pour on the back and then add the butterfly to that. There will be 2 separate butterfly pours. This is the first run, so this is a test. So this one will probably be available. Once I get their colors in, then I'll do the final piece. But I do need to do a test piece just to make sure that, you know, if I need to change anything or pour it thicker, thinner, anything like that. So we're going to do this piece as a test piece and see how it goes. So these will not be in their official colors. Since I'm going to do it this way, I thought about doing a swipe. I went to Dollar Tree today, and I got this awesome squeegee. It is got a handle. It's just a squeegee, and I want to say it's about, let me get a canvas so you can see. So here's an 8 by 10 canvas. I'll slide it down so you can see the edge maybe. Okay, so the squeegee is exactly 10 inches. So it would be perfect for swiping canvases. So I wanted to test it and see if I could swipe with it. Also, before we start this, I got a couple other awesome things. I got a magnet that I want to try to tape the magnet part and pour over and see how that goes. And for Mr. L Spicy, because I know he likes this, I got a coffin that I want to pour on and see how that goes. I also picked up a turkey baster to pour through, and it even has it marked by the ounce. So this line is 1 ounce, so that's pretty cool. So something else to pour through, but I'm super excited about the squeegee for swiping purposes. I think that'll be awesome, as long as I don't put too much pressure. If I put too much pressure, it might not work. Okay, so We're going to pick our colors for today. I'm going to use some of the pre-mixed colors, but I am going to mix up a few special colors. And this one, it'll say live, but it's not actually alive. I'm doing it live because my camera is still messing up and that piece hasn't arrived. But it won't actually be live. It's turned to unlisted while I'm doing it, and then I'll probably post it in the morning. Or sometime tomorrow, more than likely. So I was out of my blue sapphire metallic, so I went and picked some up. And I don't think I'm quite out of my antique copper. I picked some more up anyway, but I do have a little bit left in here, so we're going to put that in this cup. Oh, I'm almost out, so that was a pretty good call on my part. So yeah, I knew I was close, so that was a good call. And then I also picked up some more Key West. But I don't think I'm going to use it right now. I think I'm going to throw in a touch of the metallic copper. Okay, so here's the difference between the two. This one over here is just regular copper, and this is an antique copper, so it's a darker color. And we're kind of going to see how they react together. Shake up my Floetrol. And just do a 1 part paint to 1 part Floetrol. So I'm putting Floetrol in there very slowly. 1 part paint to 1 part Floetrol. 1 part paint to 1 part Floetrol. Okay. Ta-da. Okay, now I'm going to mix these 3 up. So I'm going to mix the lighter copper up first, and then I'm going to go directly into, I don't think you can see me, mixing the darker copper, and then I will wipe my knife off and mix the blue. These 3 are all metallics. So we should definitely get cells. I will probably still add a touch of silicone to one of the colors. Not these, but one of the normal colors. Just because I really do want a lot of vivid cells from here. So yeah, that's a huge difference color-wise. I'm going to wipe this off. Okay, and let me stir up the blue. This metallic blue sapphire is really beautiful. It's one of my favorite metallics that I've had so far. I want a metallic teal. Sorry for the beep. I had my notifications turned off, but didn't quite work. People will still message me, and for some reason this phone will still let them come through. I'm hoping that piece comes soon. It's sitting at UPS. They haven't shipped it to me yet. Okay, so I have those 3 colors. I'm just going to sit them slightly to the side. And I'm going to decide. I want to swipe with black, but I think I'm going to swipe with white because I do have the 2 coppers and they're a little darker. So I think I'm going to swipe with white. So we're going to do some red. I'll shake it up a little since it is pre-mixed. And if part of it is off of the screen, then I will make sure that I fix it some way to where you guys can see it. Afterwards, I'll make sure you see it. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of the blue sapphire metallic on each side of the red. Then I'm going to add yellow. Okay. I'm going to add some of the darker copper, the antiqued copper metallic, to each side. Then I'm going to break that up with some blue, some standard blue. Everything that's pre-mixed is coming out of Artist Loft Flow Acrylics. And there's still 1 part paint, 1 part Floetrol mix. I just pre-mixed the standard colors that I use the most. The primaries, I guess. I keep saying standard, but I mean primary. And then I'm going to take the lighter copper, and I'm just going to put a little bit on top of the red, and a little bit at the ends of each blue. Okay. Let me see. Can you see the whole thing maybe? Nope. I put my hands on each side of it. Kind of. Okay, so I think I want to swipe up. It's be harder to swipe up. If I turn this around, it's not going to fit. Okay, I want to swipe that way, but it's going to be hard for me to do it, especially with this right above me. So I'm thinking maybe I'll just swipe from the side and see what happens. No, because but I need it to be symmetrical. So I guess I'm going to swipe from the top down because I'll be able to pull down. So I'm going to shake my white. Okay, and instead of pouring my white straight down there, because I'm going to swipe with it and I want some cells, I'm going to put my white in a cup and I'm going to add a drop of silicone to it. So I'm going to sit it to the side for a second, put that back there. Okay, trying to make sure you guys can see everything I do. Drop of silicone. Whoop. Everything just wants to fall on me today. And I'm going to stir the silicone in there. Wipe it off my knife real good. And then I'm going to pour the white so that I can swipe with it. I'm going to pour it a little bit past on each side. That way I know I get it covered. Okay, I'm going to sit that there. We're going to try with the squeegee, but I'm not going to be able to, I want to make sure there's nothing on it, dirt-wise. I'm not going to be able to pull down too hard. Let me slide my chair out of the way. Okay, because that's the thing with the squeegee. I'm afraid it's going to pull too much. But I wasn't even pulling enough on that side. Okay, So I was too scared to pull too much, and I ended up not pulling enough in spots, but I'll remedy that in just a second. Let me wipe it off first, though, so that I don't mix any colors in with previous colors. Okay, now let me wipe it off. Hit it with the torch. Just want to get it clean so the paint won't stick to it. Okay, lay it down. I hit this with the torch. And this part right here is a little too much white, so I may go back and swipe it that way just a hair. It's going to be harder to swipe that way, so I'm probably not going to use the larger thing. I'm probably just going to swipe like that. I'm going to wipe it off down here. Do the same thing again, just swipe like that. Wipe it off down here. And do it one more time over here. Swipe like that. Wipe it off. And I'm going to torch it again. It is on plastic, so I mean I have to torch it from a higher point and whatnot, but okay. So I think that's going to be pretty. And then when it dries and cures, then I can, before I even start peeling it off, I will trace a butterfly into it. I'll probably peel it off and then lay it back down. That way it won't stretch when I do the butterfly. But there's some awesome cells in here. I'm getting ready to take you guys down and bring you down to see it. Okay, so this is on a much smaller scale than it will be when I do the other one. So there's some nice cells up here too, or actually this appears more like webbing. Let me see if I can, come here, flashlight. Okay. So there's some nice webbing up here. And then larger down here. Okay, there we go. So that was a nice little swipe to work with the butterfly. Oh, let's see if I can balance it back there again to kind of keep it on there. Okay, and we're going to sit you guys up here again. Focus it in. I'm going to slide this out of the way without, let's see, stuck there. Okay. Without making a mess. I'm trying not to tilt it too much. Okay. Okay, are you guys still there? Okay. So I'm going to have to end this chat for a minute because somebody's trying to beep it and it won't let me stop. So I will be back on in just a little bit.